Lourdes hosting Poughkeepsie, and who knew they'd be doing this again after 32 minutes of play? Lourdes started the game off establishing two things. This was their gym, and Steve Latino was about to have a night. In fact, the Warriors in general were going to have a night. Lourdes put Poughkeepsie in a 10-run hole in the first 7 minutes of play and led 20-16 after one thanks to that Latino boy. He's not actually Hispanic, that's his last name! Lourdes was making it rain. Justin Reinders dials long distance. But then Poughkeepsie shifted into another gear. Otis Elvey with the layup. Kaval Haylett loses the mail, goes back and gets it, and puts it in for two more. Sanjay Ruparelia with the hook shot over Luke Tim. And Taquan Johnson buries the outside shot. Lourdes led by 5 at halftime, 34-29. We go to the fourth quarter, and a few defensive lapses lets Poughkeepsie right back in. Otis Elvey has the open door to the hoop, and we've got a tight one. Lourdes up by 1. And suddenly, the rim becomes unfriendly for that Latino boy. And Poughkeepsie is maximizing the rules with the hoop and the foul. And look at this. We're tied at 53. Elvey, wide open, could win it here. No! We're going to overtime. Lourdes and Poughkeepsie traded blows at the start of OT. But the Warriors somehow found another gear and take this one back. Too many holes for the Pioneers to have to climb out of. Lourdes wins it in overtime, 69-66 the final.
We've had that tough time in the beginning of games, and it actually showed up at the beginning of the second half where we kind of got to get refocused and we dig ourselves a hole, and we did that in the beginning of the game. At halftime, they came out an 8-0 run, I think, to start the second half, and we dug ourselves a hole. We were down 10, but we chipped away, and we just did not execute like a mature team should, in key situations when we had the ball and we just didn't finish.
Poughkeepsie's pretty explosive. They're able to put points up on the board. And one of the key things that we were trying to tell our kids before the game and at halftime was that you can't get into a running game with these guys because they're going to beat us up and down the court in transition. And that's, in fact, exactly what they did. They were able to get transition points because we weren't getting back on defense because they were just faster, right? So we had to control the tempo of the game. And when we control the tempo of the game, that's when we went on our run.